Hello everyone and welcome to another video of Special Maths Academy. In this video, we'll be discussing the 14th problem from the Special Maths Contest 2023, the first round. But before we dive into the video, I'd first of all like to congratulate everyone who took the Special Maths Contest from last Saturday. And stay tuned, the results will soon be announced. I wish all of you a wonderful result. Yeah, so let's go into the question. A cylinder is filled to water till it is 11/24 full. A cone of same height and circular base is submerged in the cylinder as illustrated. So what is the height of the water now as a fraction of the height of the cylinder? Okay, so first of all, we have a cylinder. Okay, and there is water in this cylinder. Okay, so water till it is 11/24 of the height. Then a cone is submerged. Okay, so as illustrated. So, and the new height of the water. Okay, we don't know it. So let's just call the fraction alpha. So this is alpha h. Okay. So we want to find alpha in essence. We want to find alpha. But before we dive into this question, we have to make some observations. So first of all, there is no water being added. But because of the cone being submerged, is occupying some space, and of course, there's going to be a rise in the level of the water. Okay. So a good heuristic would be to first of all calculate the um, volume of water. Okay, since it remains constant. So the volume of water is going to be, so let me just write it up here. The volume of water is going to be, so it's going to be the formula for volume of cylinder. So pi, so let's say the radius of the cylinder is r. Okay, r. Then the pi r squared h. In this case, h is 11/24 h. Okay. Okay. So this is the volume of water. Next, we consider the fact that, oh, no water is being added. But then it's possible that maybe when we were submerging the cone, some water spilled over. But is this possible? So let's look at it. So the volume of the cone is, so the volume of the whole cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. Okay. And the volume of water initially is pi r squared 11/24 h. So this is 11/24 pi r squared h. Okay, so let me erase this. So if we add these two together, okay, so what do we have? It's going to be 19/24 pi r squared h. So it means we know that the volume of water is at most this, which is still less than the volume of the cylinder. So this is less than pi r squared h. So it means we can have a situation where water spills over. Okay, so yeah, means uh things should not get complicated. Of course, if water spills over, then alpha will just be 1 because the water will be at the brim, okay, after submerging it. So now to calculate the volume of water in this new scenario, since we know that the volume of water remains the same, we can calculate it in a different way. Okay, so we can look at this new cylinder of height alpha h. Okay, so that's going to be pi r squared alpha h. And then we subtract the portion of the cone that is submerged in the water. Okay, so how do we get that portion of cone that is submerged in the water? we can look at it as two cones that are similar. So two cones are similar. And what is the factor, the ratio of similarity? So the big cone has a height of h. Okay. So big cone, that's the full cone itself. So let me just put it here. So this is the height of h. Okay. So big cone, small cone. So the height here is h. The height here is alpha h. Okay. So the means the ratio of similarity is alpha. So it means if the radius of the big cone is r, the radius of the smaller cone is going to be alpha r. So we can get the volume of the cone that is submerged in the water. So it's going to be pi. Okay, so instead of r, we put so first of all, it's 1/3. Okay, so should not forget our 1/3. 1/3 pi. So instead of r, we put alpha r squared. And then instead of h, we put alpha h. Okay, so let me erase all this. Okay, so this is going to be equal to pi. We can factor out pi r squared h. Okay, this is going to be equal to alpha minus alpha cube over 3. Okay, so this is the volume of water. This is another way we can express the volume of water. So remember, we already have the volume of water before now. So we can equate these two things. So we have pi r squared h times 11/24. This is equal to pi r squared h into alpha minus alpha cube over 3. Okay, we can cancel out pi r squared h. So this implies we have 11/24 equals to alpha minus alpha cube over 8. So let me scroll down and let's try and solve this polynomial. Okay, so we have we can multiply through by 24. So we have 11 equals to 24 alpha minus 3. Okay, so this should be alpha cube over 3 rather. So minus 8 alpha cube. Okay. So this is equivalent to 8 alpha cube minus 24 alpha plus 11 equals to 0. So we can try to factorize this. So in order not to waste time, I can quickly tell you that 2 alpha minus 1 is a factor. So let's try to factorize this. So we have 2 alpha minus 1. Okay. So it means we'll have 4 alpha squared. And we'll have minus 11 here. Okay. So what should be in the middle? So we have okay, so let me just do a long division. 2 alpha minus 1. 8 alpha cube minus 0 minus 24 alpha plus 11. Okay, so we have 4 alpha squared. 8 alpha cube minus 4 alpha squared. This is going to be 4 alpha squared minus 24 alpha plus 11. Then we have plus 2 alpha. So it's going to be 4 alpha squared. Scroll down a bit. 4 alpha squared minus 2 alpha. Okay, so minus 22 alpha plus 11. This is going to be minus 11. Okay, so this is going to be plus 2 alpha here. Okay, yeah. So we have this. And now let's look at what we have here in the bracket. Okay, so we either have this or this. So what can we say about 4 alpha squared plus 2 alpha minus 11? Okay, so that means scroll down. So if we look at it, we should be able to eliminate one of the possibilities there. And which of the possibilities can we eliminate? Okay, so let's see. So for alpha squared, we can say this is our let's look at, so we have either 2 alpha minus 1 equals 0, or we have 4 alpha squared plus 2 alpha minus 11 equals to 0. Okay, so 2 alpha minus 1 equals to 0 gives alpha equals to half. This is satisfactory. It's between 0 and 1, as a fraction should be. And yeah, so let's look at 4 alpha squared plus 2 alpha minus 11. So we have alpha equals to minus b, so minus 2 plus or minus, so b squared, that is 4 minus 4ac, so it's going to be plus 4 times 4, 16. So 4a is 4, then 11 all over 2a, okay, all over 2 times 4. Okay, so first of all, we can eliminate the negative roots. So scroll down. What I mean by the negative root is if alpha is equals to minus 2 minus, so 4 times 4 is 16, times 11 is 176, plus 4, that is 180. So what's 180 all over 8? So this can be eliminated immediately. Why can it be eliminated immediately? Because it's less than 0. Okay, so this is a contradiction. So let's look at the other possibility. So if we have plus, okay, so if this is positive, so let's see what this gives. So this is greater than, so what, the square root of 180 is greater than the square root of 169. So this is greater than 169 over 8. So why did I choose 169? Because 169 is a perfect square. And this is equals to minus 2 plus 13 all over 8, okay, which is greater than 1. Okay, so which is a contradiction. So this has roots that are either less than 0 or greater than 1. Okay, so it means our only answer is alpha equals to half, and that is option A. Hope you learned something new from this question. And yeah, Archimedes will be proud of this problem. So see you in the next video. Don't forget to share, comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the results. Goodbye, everyone.